I spent all day yesterday in the kitchen and we are back, baby. We're back in the kitchen. Hey everyone, happy Saturday. It is Saturday when I'm filming this. I am doing something different today. I'm actually going to an event in Raleigh, which is honestly not something I typically do. I am sitting in the parking garage as we speak. I'm about to go over to the building where this event's being held. I use the Fable app to keep track of my reading throughout the year, and I happened to see that they were doing an event here in Raleigh. They're partnering with everand, which I'm not sure really what that is, but they're gonna have complimentary coffee and pastries, and they're gonna have a little reading hangout session, which sounds super fun. So you have the opportunity to meet some local authors, mingle with other people who use the app, but I think the whole core idea of this is to actually just hang out and spend time reading. I brought my Kindle because, as I mentioned recently, I have been a library girly recently, getting all of my library books on the Kindle. So I have that with me and we're gonna go check out the event. Hey guys, happy Sunday. I did not come back on to check in with you because the rest of Saturday was kind of a whirlwind, to be honest. After I went to that Fable and everand event, which I have so much to tell you guys about with that, but after I went to that, I came home and then my friend and I took our sons over to the playground and hung out with them for a little bit, which was super fun. And then I made some delicious roasted tomato and pepper soup. I can leave the recipe below in the description. It was so good. I made grilled cheese. It was just a cozy night, even though it was low-key so humid out that it was hot out. I was committing to the fall coziness. So that is what I did last night. I put some clips in of all of that, but I did want to jump on here and tell you guys a little bit about the event that I went to because it was so much fun. I think I mentioned this before, but I use the Fable app to track all of my reading. And honestly, I was completely unfamiliar with the Everand brand before I got to the event. Turns out Everand is a subscription book service, very cool. Everyone there who was working for Fable and Everand were so nice, truly so nice and welcoming. I don't go to a lot of events like this, so I was kind of amazed at how nice it was. It was in an event space in Raleigh. I think it was called Terrace, but they have a really pretty indoor space with a bunch of seating and a bar. And then they have an outdoor terrace space, which was so cute. They were offering complimentary alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks, as well as coffee drinks, which I was thrilled about. I got an iced latte and I was so excited. They also had amazing looking pastries. They had the cutest station to build your own flower bouquet. This is the one that I made. It was super fun. They walked you through the whole process of what items to choose between. It was really fun, really cute. I will say I was a little intimidated going by myself. I don't go to a lot of events like this. I feel like it's always a little nerve-wracking to go alone, but I did feel a little bit better about going to this one because the whole idea behind this event was that you were supposed to bring whatever you were currently reading, and it was supposed to be a cute, cozy reading afternoon. So because of that, since reading is a solitary activity, I felt better about going by myself. But I will say, at first I felt so awkward. It's that moment when you're oh my God, did everybody come here with a friend or a group of friends and I only came alone? That was my first initial thought because most of the people when I first got there seemed to have come with another person or even a small group of friends. I was oh no, because it's always just a little awkward, especially when you go alone. I'm hoping to maybe meet some people, make a new friend, and it's just intimidating to try to talk to people who are already in a group. I feel like that's just how it is in social situations, at least for me. So at first I felt a little awkward. I got my drink and I was like kind of wandering around the space, and then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna sit down. I'm gonna get my Kindle out. I will just start reading. And so that's what I did. And then eventually a girl joined my table, and then another girl joined my table, and they were both at the event by themselves. We got to talking. They were super, super nice. We exchanged like our information and stuff. So hopefully we'll get together again. But regardless, it was just super fun to get out and go to an event like that I normally don't go to, meet a couple new cool people. It was super fun. So I'm so glad that I went. Honestly, I kind of wanted to back out of it, but I had told my husband about it like the day or two before, and he was very gung-ho about me going, which is very supportive. Thank you, Barish. He was like, hey, you gotta go get ready for the event. You gotta go get ready. So I appreciate that he really pushed me, because honestly, I feel like if I hadn't told him, I just probably wouldn't have gone. So that is a lesson for us all. I feel like it's good to get out of our comfort zones a little bit. Definitely felt a little anxious going into it, but then I was so glad that I went. It was so much fun. So that was the event yesterday. So now it is Sunday, and I have a ton of things to do around this house. We are going to go on a little family walk, take the dog for a walk after I am done chatting with you guys. But I think we're gonna do a little Sunday reset. I do have laundry to do. I want to vacuum this house from top to bottom. We have some things to organize, spaces to organize. If I have time, I would love to hang my new IKEA pegboard, get that decorated. I'm really excited about that. So we have a bunch of things on the docket today, and I'm gonna bring you guys along for this kind of chill Sunday. Hopefully we get a lot done. I just feel like the weekends go by so fast. They go by so fast. And I feel like when you have small children, the free time to just like do what you need to do uninterrupted is so small. So we're gonna try to take advantage of that today as much as we can. So let's get it poppin'. Also, how cute is my Halloween mug? My mom got this for me at World Market. Okay, I'm gonna finish my latte, finish this waffle that I've now reheated twice, and we are gonna get this day started.
Opening, closing, all in one day. Blue sky, then violent rain. Feeling the dirt shift, sensing the change. The dog has been shaken outside of a grave. Opening, closing, statements for phrase. Radio channels, curses or praise. News and instruction, omits for the pain.
Okay guys, it is about 1:10-ish. Kai went down for his nap around 12:30. I made this marinade for the chicken right before Kai went down for his nap, and after he went down, I came down to cut up the chicken so that I could put it in said marinade. This is a chicken shawarma type of vibe. Barish actually found this recipe on Instagram. I can try to share it below. I've made this once before and it's absolutely delicious. Like 10 out of 10 would recommend, so I will try to link the recipe if I can. It is delicious. So I'm just going to cover this with a little bit of saran wrap and let it marinate in the fridge until I cook it later for our dinner. I actually made this recipe for the first time a few days ago, so I actually have some of the roasted garlic yogurt sauce left over from when I made that before. So we're gonna have that with the chicken. I have some rice in the freezer that I will probably heat up as a side. We'll probably do salad, and then I also have that tomato soup I made yesterday. So we're gonna be having a feast. It's gonna be delicious. So now that that is all taken care of, I'm going to make Barish and I a quick matcha before we get to the organizing, because I realized before I vacuum the entire house, I kind of need to clean everything up and organize a little bit. So I also have to check on the laundry, do all that. So let's make a matcha first. I got the cutest little matcha set off of Amazon. I don't remember what the actual technical Japanese terms are for these, and I apologize for that. I just call it my matcha set. I think this is called a chasen. I don't know, but look how cute. I got the blue color. There were a bunch of color options. I'll link this below. It unfortunately is from Amazon, but what can you do? So it comes with the little bowl, it comes with your chasen and a little holder for it, so it helps keep its shape and so that it can dry nicely. It also comes with a little whisk, a little measuring bamboo stick, and then a little holder for it. So cute. I started drinking matcha, gosh, maybe 6 years ago. I feel like Barish and I first started to get into it in like 2019. And I feel like we've gone in phases with it. We've gone in phases where we drink matcha a lot, and then we'll have months where we don't drink it at all. But we've been back on it lately. I have been really wanting to try the Ippoto, is that how you say it, Ippoto? Matcha. It sounds incredible. Everyone rates that as like their favorite matcha. It is so hard to get though. I think that matcha is really having a trending moment, as things do nowadays. I feel like things get trendy on TikTok and go viral, and then everybody wants to get it and try it, obviously, which is fine. But I noticed that they're having like a shortage of matcha in general, but especially for Ippoto because everyone wants to try it. So it's really hard to get it on their website. So I just went ahead and got some Encha matcha, which we've used before. I like this one, I think it's good. And then to add a little sweetness and a little excitement to our matcha today, I'm going to use this peach syrup. I actually made this. This is a homemade peach syrup that I made to put in matcha. It tastes so good in matcha. I actually was inspired because when we went to visit my best friend in the DC area, we went to a pop-up coffee shop by her house. They had an iced matcha with a white peach syrup. Barish got it, and I'm so glad he did because it was literally the best thing I've ever tasted. I have not been able to stop thinking about matcha with peach syrup, and so I had to make it myself. So this is our peach syrup, and I'm going to make us a little matcha really quick. Back in the kitchen. I'm back in my apron. I did like 3 loads of laundry and I organized multiple rooms upstairs, and I was in the middle of vacuuming upstairs when the vacuum died. So that is charging now. I'll have to finish that later. But Kai's up from his nap. He's actually been up from his nap for a while. It's already 4:40 almost. But he is watching Miss Rachel, so if you hear that in the background, sorry. But I just put that on for him so that I can try to get a couple things done in the kitchen. I'm going to make these brown butter pecan pie bars from Sally's Baking. I love her recipes. I feel like I've never had a recipe of hers steer me wrong. This is what they look like. These are the ones that I'm gonna make. I feel like they're gonna be so good. I am making these for Barish because he loves a pecan sweet. He loves anything with pecans. So I'm gonna try to throw these together really quick before I have to get the dinner in the oven. So feels a little late, but we're gonna try to hurry and rush through it. The first step in this recipe is to make a brown butter crust, which I'm a little nervous about because my stove is very unpredictable. It gets hot so fast. Like I could set it to the lowest of lows and it is still somehow so hot. So I'm a little nervous about browning the butter, so I feel like I'm gonna have to really keep an eye on it. But we're gonna make this little like shortbread style crust, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that first. Honestly, I don't even know if the butter browned. It was taking too long. It was starting to boil. I don't know what was happening. So regardless, I'm gonna put this little shortbread crust into the oven now for 15 minutes. Hey guys, it's the next day and we're back in the kitchen. I swear, I spent all day yesterday in the kitchen and we are back, baby. We're back in the kitchen. It is a very interesting day today. It is a Monday. It is actually Barish and I's wedding anniversary. It is our 7th wedding anniversary, which is so precious. My friend is actually gonna watch Kai tonight for a little bit so that Barish and I can go out to dinner, which I am super excited about. Right now, Kai is down for his nap and I am making myself a little bit of lunch. I'm making these Thai vegetable gyozas from Trader Joseph's. They are delicious. I cannot wait to eat them. They are cooking on the stove right now. Actually, I should check on them. One moment, please. Okay, I'm gonna let those steam for a few minutes. I did want to show you guys what I baked yesterday, those little pecan pie bars. They are so good. I just opened this container and it smells amazing. Let me bring you closer so I can show you. Like, excuse me? Hello? Look at that shortbread crust. Amazing. Oh, these literally are so delicious. It is also an interesting day today because there is a hurricane coming through, nothing serious. We're just getting like a very rainy day today. I think tomorrow too is gonna be rainy. So it has been cloudy and gloomy and raining literally all day, which I'm not complaining about because I'm so ready for some like chilly, gloomy days. I don't think it's actually that cold out. I think it's like in the 60s and humid, but I'm here for the gloomy weather. Now that Kai is down for his nap, I'm going to eat my little lunch and I'm actually going to plan out my week. I think I've shared this before, but I have a journal that I always keep with me at all times, and I do a little like weekly spread. I guess you could call this bullet journaling, but I'm very simple with it. I'll show you, like, this is what last week's looked like. So I'm very simple with it. I usually just do kind of like a little habit tracker here. I have different categories that I make lists for here, and then I break out each day of the week on the right page. So I picked 3 fall colored markers that I'm going to use for this month because obviously we're going into October, so we got to do fall themed. But I'm going to go ahead and write out my to-do list for different categories for this week, write out my list for today. Actually, maybe I should make a video of a little like plan with me. I think that could be fun. I love watching videos like that. The amount of videos that I've watched of people doing any type of journaling, I'm obsessed. I love it. I love a notebook. I love to write things down. It's a whole thing. So I've watched a ton of videos. So maybe I'll do my own little like plan with me video. I feel like that could be fun. I will say that I have tried a few different ways of planning my life online. Like I have tried Notion, I've tried Google Calendars, like color coding Google Calendars. And honestly, I feel like I personally just need something that's like right in front of me that I can physically check off items and add items. And it's just right here in front of me. I don't know what it is. I also like the creative element of like the colors and kind of designing the pages. So I just feel like for me personally, I'm way more on top of things when I'm doing things in a physical planner where I'm actually writing things down. I don't know what that is. Some people have incredible systems online where they're able to update all of their lists and they're so on top of it and they have their to-dos, and I'm just like, I can't. I have to have it here in my journal. She's got to have her journal. So I'm going to work on this and eat my lunch. I'm not sure how much I'm going to check in with you guys before Barsh and I go on our date night tonight. I am going to bring you guys because we're trying a restaurant we've never tried before. So I want to show you guys what we're eating and everything. But I might check in before then. And if not, I will see you then.